What's up, guys? I could do 1940 here, and we are back with episode 7 of our New York Islanders Be a GM mode for NHL 15. And in the last episode, we simulated the first 11 games, of year 2. And we're 7-4, which is not bad. John Tavares is leading us in goals and points, I believe. One thing I actually changed, I turned goalie rotations back on because I realized that in the last episode I forgot to turn it back on after the playoffs from the previous year. So Chad Johnson will get some starts now, so it's a little bit more realistic. But yeah, so we're just gonna jump right into the simulation. So let's just go up to the 1st of December. There we go, and pretty big news in the NHL. Yesterday, or was it this morning? Actually, I think it was this morning. It was announced that Daniel Alfredsson is retired as an Ottawa Senator, which I think is really cool. He signed some kind of contract where it was only for a day or something like that, where he was a part of the Senators, and then he announced his retirement. So he got to retire as an Ottawa Senator, which is really cool. And I actually heard that in Ottawa's next home game, which I'm not sure if that's tonight or tomorrow night, but in their next home game, Alfredsson is actually going to skate in the pregame warm-ups as an Ottawa Senator for the last time, and then that's going to be it. So that's going to be really cool to see. I hope they. I can't wait to see that, the highlights of that. That's going to be really cool. But man, that's a shame that Alfredsson couldn't play this season. I was really hoping that he would, either come back with Detroit or maybe even sign again in Ottawa, just to see him play. But unfortunately, his back injury is just it's too what's the word? I don't know. Just his back injuries are just too bad for him to come back, which kind of sucks. But what are you gonna do? That's what happens when you're around the age of 40 plus, and you get a serious injury like that. It slows you down. But yeah, man, it's crazy. There have been a lot of, I hate to say it, but there have been a lot of deaths in the NHL the past couple of weeks. Of course, Pat Quinn, former NHL coach. I remember seeing on tape because my dad had actually recorded, or no, never mind. My dad actually did have a whole box full of VHS tapes of all-star games and just regular games and all that kind of stuff from the 90s and stuff, which was really cool. But we also had the the Stanley Cup Championship DVD of the New York Rangers in 1994, and I remember Pat Quinn was the coach of the Canucks at that time. So it's pretty crazy when I heard that he passed away, and as well as Jean Beliveau a couple days ago. So for the Canadians, I saw they were wearing the number 4 on the back of their helmets last night, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, and I know there were a couple other people that were within some organizations, but obviously not as well known as those two guys. So there it is. There was the month of November, and it didn't look like we did too well. 10, 9, and 5. So after we made that goaltender change, we really did not do too well. Alexander Ovechkin looks like he's having a good year. But yeah, look at that. Ooh, a 7-3 loss to Florida. We beat the Rangers. Yeah, we went on a 6-game losing streak. That's not good. Yeah, we had a 3-game losing streak to start the month. So yeah, we had a very bad month of November. And a 6-3 loss there against the Devils. So yeah, not a very good month at all. Let's check and see if it was Chad Johnson that was doing bad, or if it was Halak that just fell off. Let's see. Man, that's not good. We were looking good, and that turned around very quickly. Goaltenders. Yeah, it's not even Chad Johnson. It's Yaroslav Halak, 9-8. He lost a lot of games there. Chad Johnson was 1-1. So he didn't even do too bad. 92.31 save percentage. So definitely not Chad Johnson's fault. 2.11 goals against average. It seems like Yaroslav Halak once again is having a shaky year. I think that's one move that we can make at the trade deadline. I'm not sure if we're going to get to the deadline in this video. I would like to, but we'll see. But that's one thing that I would like to trade for, is a better goalie. Just because I like Yaroslav Halak. I like him in real life. He's a good goalie. But in this game, it's an 85 overall. And not even really the overall, just the type of player he seems to be in the simulation right now. He doesn't seem like a consistent player. And as you can see, he's just racking up the losses. We are consistently losing right now. It's not good. Can we bounce back against Carolina? No, we cannot. Alright, if we lose this game against Columbus, I'm going to stop the simulation. Or, you know, I'll stop it right now so that... Oh, actually, that's perfect. The scouting assignment interrupted us. I'll go one more game. Ooh, that Benson guy looks really good. Maybe we'll try to trade for that pick. But let's simulate this Columbus game. Let's see what happens. If we lose, I'm making a change. Yeah, I'm making a change. I can't let this continue any longer. This is horrible. First things first, I'm going to... I'm going to move I'm going to move Eberle over. I'm going to put Simmons on the first line. That's fine. Nielsen's still there. Joe Wardstrom. How's Joel Ward been doing? It's -1. Clutterbuck. -11. Yeah, so that fourth line's not doing too well. So I'll move down Joel Ward. I'll move Clutter. Oh, come on. Move Clutterbuck over there. Put Cizikas up there. Yeah, we'll try that out. I'll move Strome over here. Flip him with Cizikas. Actually, does Nelson have better face-offs than Strome? Nelson 74 face-offs. Strome is 70, so yeah, he's better. What about Cizikas? 80. Okay, so I'll put Cizikas in the middle. Put Nelson on the wing. So there we go. A minor change to the team there. Defensively, what's Calvin DeHaan been doing? Well, let's see. -5. That's not good. How about our gear? -12. Yeah, our just everything is just not going well. Do we have any defensemen in the minors we can bring up? I don't think we do. Like, we have some young guns, but I mean, like, veteran guys down there. We have Griffin Reinhart. But like I said, I don't know if he's ready to be brought up. I mean, he doesn't have the greatest stats really anywhere. I mean, he's got good power in his shot, but not very accurate. Skating is great. Defense is okay. It's not the greatest. He's listed as a top 6. Donovan's worse. Hickey. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to use Griffin Reinhart. I'll use Griffin Reinhart. He can come up. Actually, how did Reinhart do in the minors so far? Season stats in the AHL, 11 points in 24 games. Not bad. So he's getting a shot in the NHL. His first opportunity. Alright, so defense, we'll take out Thomas Hickey. And we will put in Griffin Reinhart. There we go. And we will give Griffin Reinhart top... Should we give him top 4 minutes? Yeah, we'll give him top 4 minutes. We'll put him with Travis Hamonic. And we'll move DeHaan down with Regier. Yeah, that works. Actually, I'm tempted to put him up with Oliver Ekman-Larsson to just see what happens. But now I think I'll keep him at top 4 minutes for now. But we'll see. As I get a text. Alright, so... Oh, no! God, I just hit best lines. Oh my god, so now I gotta go and do all this again. That's great. Clutterbuck. Go over here, the Ward. Actually, no, I did that wrong. Clutterbuck. Oh my god, I redid everything. Strome. Over here, Gordon. Or Martin, you're replaced with Nelson. Where is he? Here he is. Oh wait, what? Oh no. Oh, I messed up. It's Cizikas that goes in there. That's right. Forget the names. There we go. Zeke's flip with Nelson. Defense, Ekman Larson, Wojciech, Hamonic, Dahan goes down here. Reinhardt goes up here, and then Hickey, you get scratched. And Robin or Gear goes in. There we go. The rest should be fine. Sure, that's fine, and there's the goalies. 4-on-4 lines. They're not hit best lines again. Okay, Gear, I'm guessing, is the guy who's missing from there. Is he? Yeah. There we go. Alright. So hopefully that turns it around for us. If it doesn't, then I think I might make that Yaroslav Halak trade even sooner. Because I think we're a great team, but I'm not going to say it's our only weakness, because I think our defensive core, other than Ekman Larson, definitely needs some help. Wojciech and them got it done last year, but they're not getting it done so far. So Halak in the net might be where it starts. I don't even think I'll simulate that far. We're right here, so I'll simulate these 3 games. I want to win at least 2 out of these 3. Right to the Colorado Avalanche. So we lose, and we gave up 5 goals, too. Ooh, the Pittsburgh Penguins, that'd be a great team to turn it around against. And we lose 4-0. Alright, if we lose this game against Minnesota, I'm going to make the trade. I don't like going through long stretches without making moves if we're not doing well. Yep, and there's another loss. That's what I like to do in GM modes. That's just what I do. Is when my team is on a hot streak and they're doing well, I don't make any changes, even though it technically should benefit the team. And if we're doing horrible and it's not changing, I'm gonna have to make a move. So I think Yaroslav Halak, if we can find the right deal, I think he's gonna be dealt right here, right now. Let's see. Goalies, Yaroslav Halak. He's decent trade value, $4.5 million for 3 years. Shouldn't be too hard of a contract to trade. So let's just look at the trade values. That would give us some cap as well. Alright, so let's try to find a team that wants him. Alright, so Calgary and Carolina want him. Jonas Hiller. Now, that's kind of like getting the same type of goalie. Yeah, Jonas Hiller is pretty much the same type of goalie. Or Lack, this younger guy, Kudobin. We definitely have to get a goalie back. I don't want a goalie prospect. I want a real goalie. Should we try to get Semyon Varlamov back, like the all-star of our Colorado GM mode from last year? Oscar Dansk. He's got great potential. Jack Campbell, Anders Lindback. I don't know, I'm not going to go for Campbell. I don't want to go for a young goalie that's coming up. Ooh, Peter Mrazek. That could be a good pick. Or a good pickup. He's 4.5 stars in every category already. He's got 4 red stars, but don't mind the red star. I mean, that could be just as good as 3.5 green, right? Maybe. I don't know exactly how it works. But he's only 23 years old, so he's still getting better, and he's already an 86 overall. And he's around the same trade value. And I don't want to give him up, and there's cap issues. Or, I mean, they don't want Halak. And they're going to have to give us some cap. Nah, this would be a good trade. But I don't think it's going to work. I don't know why I did that. It's cap that's putting it over. Salary. Yeah, there's nobody really low trade value that we can snag up either. I mean, Hannon actually wouldn't be a bad depth defenseman, but now it's not going to work with Detroit. I would love to make that trade, but they just don't have the cap for it. Anybody in Edmonton? Victor Fost, no. Scrivens, no. Florida, Dubois, I would take him if he didn't have, or if he was better overall. Nicholas Backstrom, nah, he's 37 years old. I don't want to take that on. Just for pretty much the same goalie. Fucali, Tokarski, nope. Anybody here? Vokun. Oh, Vokun went back to Nashville. Look at that. Schneider, no. Actually, Corey Schneider. That's not very high trade value. Now that I'm looking at it. I mean, it's higher than Halak's, but it's not too high. Skaters matching block. Are there any players that I could possibly give up in this deal? I'm not giving up any of these guys. I'm not giving up. Could I give up Pellick? Nah, Pellick is 3.5 stars. He's only 21 and he's already 74 overall. I don't want to give up Pellick. Actually, what's his discipline? Discipline's a big thing. It's only 70. Now that puts it over. I don't think that's going to work either. Man, it's so hard trading for goalies. It really is, because there's always cap, and there's always the problem with one team has more goalies than the other, or something like that. It's crazy. Robin Lehner. He's 4 stars. But again, same type of goalie, pretty much. Let's just see if the deal would go through if we just did it like this. Trade values are pretty... So yeah, we'll come back to Ottawa. We won't forget about that. Oh, who's this guy? Volrath? Not heard of that guy. Apparently his first round pick in 2015. So that was this year's draft that they drafted him. Pretty good goalie prospect, it looks like. Steve Mason, now he's already 27. He's already hit his cap. Pittsburgh, Fleury, a little bit too high of a trade value. None of these guys are good enough. Antiniemi, it's really going to be one overall higher. Elliott, Allen, he's got potential, doesn't he? Yeah, but I can only see him staying in the 85. I don't see him getting too much better. Ben Bishop, way too high for the trade value. Jonathan Bernier, James Reimer, but they're already capped off. Ryan Miller would be good if the trade value was lower. Eddie Lack, Markstrom. Actually, Markstrom. 4-star, nah. I couldn't see him getting too much better either. All these good goalies are all around the same overall as Yaroslav Halak. So we're pretty much just swapping the same goalie. Which I don't want to do. I want to benefit in this deal, which is really hard to do. Arizona. Nope. Oh, Malcolm Subban. Seriously? That's low trade value. 21 years old, 4.5 stars. 84 overall. And his trade value is only that high. Oh, the salary's an issue. Alright, I want to make this deal go through. This is a player. This is a franchise goalie right here in Malcolm Subban. Salary cap. Yeah, Boston's got plenty of salary. We could take on Mark Savard. Wait, why wouldn't that go through? They still have salary cap problems. Colton Gillies. Really? Still. Gotta keep some. Is it just the cap that's the problem? Yeah, it is. This might be a bigger deal than we realize. Alright, hold on a sec. Take Hamilton out of there. Is there anything else I would mind giving up that has quite a bit of trade value? I don't think we do. I like every piece of this team. I really do. Michael Grabner, though. Grabner might be a piece we can give up. I mean, for a sniper, he doesn't have too great of a shooting category. I like his senses other than his poise. He's got great skating, obviously, and puck skills. 15 points in 31 games. So he's on pace for what? Only like 40 points or something? Playoff stats. What did he get last year? 62 points. He had a good year. I don't know. If we can get something good in this deal, this could be a good move for us. Take out Savard. Let's try putting in another player here. Seidenberg, 85 overall defenseman. But no, if we're trading Grabner, top 6 forward, we have to get a top 6 forward back. That's just how it is. We're not going to be able to get Lucic or any of those guys. That's the problem, though, with Boston right now. In this circumstances, that they don't have like an 86, 85 overall forward. I mean, Louis Eriksson, but Louis Eriksson. Now, why still cap issues? Yeah, trade values are just way too high. I mean, even if we retain a ton of salary, that's not going to work. No, it's not going to work with Boston either. That could have been a really good trade, but no, it's just not going to work with the cap. Let's go back to goalies. This is going to take up the entire episode. Neuwirth. Nope. Calgary. But see, like, Malcolm Subban was that perfect player because he's up and coming, and he's already good right now. Peter Mrazek, the same thing, really. 86 overall, the cap, but don't take off Grabner. Let's try to add someone to this deal. Does Detroit have anybody that I'd be willing to get, or willing to take on, or that I could take back in this deal? Overalls, Johan Franzen, Tatar, Helm, they got Tange, Quincy Nyquist. Nah, he's already capped off. Cater, Smith, Yurko. How good is Yurko's potential? 4-star. I don't know how good he gets, though. Yurko could be like a sleeper in this deal, really. Let's add in Tomas Yurko. Yeah, I'm liking the trade value. How about Stephen Weiss? Nah, I don't like that 3 years left. Does not look good. Brendan Smith. Hit him last year as well. Definitely not as good this year, though. Jakob Kindle. How good is Kindle? Two-way defenseman. Ooh, he's not bad, actually. Alright, this is something that we can work with here. They're still hurting with cap. That's surprising, actually. So even if we retain this cap, it's still not getting any better. No. So we'd have to add another player in this deal, which I think we'd have to add another player going back, because there's no way they would accept it then. Salary, low trade value, Scott Hannon, Daniel Briere. Ooh, this is actually looking like a decent trade. Now that straight up would not go through. Just because Halak and Mrazek are somewhat the same, but they don't want Halak and they don't want to give up Mrazek. And Grabner definitely does not add up to Yurko, Kindle, and Briere combined, I don't think. We could add a pick in here, but I don't really want to give up any picks in the first few years. Those are good quality picks, man. But there's such easy things to trade. Pulak. Just anything really. Dahan, Hammock, Gordon. If it was a player that they wanted, that would really help too. Anders Lee. Anders Lee could be one. Yeah, you know what? Anders Lee, center playmaker. I guess he's a good little young player. Decent all around, but I mean, he's only got 1 year of getting better. I don't see him progressing too much. So yeah, I think Anders Lee can go in this deal. If they can take it, yes they can. Alright. I don't think this will go through, but we'll try it. And the reason I want these 4 players is because Peter Mrazek is a great goalie for us to have. I mean, he's 1 overall higher than Halak already, and he's got the potential, and he's only 23, so he's still got 3 years of getting better. Thomas Yurko is definitely not as good overall-wise as Grabner. He's only 82 overall, but he's still only 22 years old, so he still has 4 years of getting better, and he's already got a pretty good shooting category. Pretty much already is the same shooting category as Michael Grabner. He's still a pretty good skater, he's got great hands, good senses. Defensively isn't the greatest, but that's not a big problem with me. Physical, same thing. Thomas Yurko, it looks like a decent player. I think if we put him in the top 6 with Nielsen and Simmons, or even Oposo, I think he would do well. Jakob Kindle adds to our defensive depth. You know, we've been having problems with defense. Kindle, I think, would definitely help out. I mean, he's good all around. Decent senses, good skating. Defensively, he's pretty good. 85 defensive awareness, 86 shot blocking, 85 stick checking. A good second or third line defenseman. And the contracts of these players aren't too bad either, right? These 2 guys, I'm pretty sure, on their entry levels. Kindle's only 2.4 for the next 2 years, so that's not bad. And then Briere is only 1.6 for the next 2 years, so he only has 1 year left on his deal after this. And Briere is a good playoff performer, so if we need a depth-type player to come up and play for us in the playoffs, Briere could be that guy. We could scratch him until the playoffs if we're struggling, but for right now, we could we could sit him on the bench, and then when come playoff time, we could use him. But mainly he's in this deal for cap reasons. But he's a good player to throw in. I don't see it going through. I really don't. We have to add something. We have to add something to this deal. Trade values just don't add up. Donovan, I don't like giving up young players like that. That's gonna put it over. Oh no, it won't. Yeah, you know what? Halpern and LaRose, these two guys, they're good depth players. But you know what? I don't think they're gonna play for us at this stage. I mean, LaRose is a good player. Nah, I don't want to trade LaRose. I mean, Halpern, same thing. He's just a good grinder. We have Boyd Gordon. Yeah, you know what? If the deal works out, then it works. I'll take LaRose out, and if it doesn't work, I'll throw LaRose in there. But Yaroslav Halak, Michael Grabner, Anders Lee, and Jeff Halpern for Peter Mrazek, Thomas Yurko, Jakob Kindle, and Daniel Briere. Will it go through? No. Okay, what did they say about it? Based on what you're asking us to cough up, so multiple players and going to say no to this deal, we would take Anders Lee if you just decide to try again. Okay, so they like Lee. Now let's try throwing in, what's his name? Chad LaRose. Where is he? There he is. Let's try this again. No. Okay, so they didn't like that either. I think it's just a combination of they don't want Halak and they don't want to give up any of these guys. I think that's a big issue. I think it's really hurting the deal. So let's take out LaRose. Let's try to throw in a pick. Let's throw in a third round pick. I know that can be a good player, but we have a lot of young players coming up in this system, including a lot of young players on the roster. I think the trade values still don't add up, but we'll try it. Alright, let's try this. A third round pick we put in there. Let's see if it works. No. So we have to make it really worth their while. So let's take out Jeff Halpern. Should we throw in another third? I don't want to throw in another third round pick. I really don't. We really need this trade. We really need this trade. So yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to throw in another third round pick. I'm sticking by what I just said about we have a lot of young players in the system. And we're getting another young goalie in Mrazek right back. So Halak, Grabner, Lee, and 2/3 for Mrazek, Yurko, Kindle, and Briere. Will it go through? No. A question whether you've looked at our trade block is totally unwilling to give up what you've asked for. Alright. Are there any players that they want to give up? Skaters giving away. They want to give up these guys. Okay, well, let's just see if that does anything. I don't know if that's negative or positive because it's somebody that want to give up. They keep saying they want Anders Lee, which I don't mind. But now if we're giving up Halak, actually, now that I think about it, we have this Soderstrom guy. They don't want Soderstrom. I was kind of hoping they did want him, but they don't. So now I guess I'll just hold on to him then. I was going to say throw Soderstrom in there because they have similar trade values. No, they don't want him either. Let's take out this third. And try throwing in something else. Now that I've gotten so far into this deal and spent 15 to 20 minutes on this, I really don't want to lose this deal. I really want this trade now. Gordon, Hammock, Dahan, Pellick. I could trade Pellick in this deal. Or no, this guy, this Keeley guy. Yeah, because he, yeah, he's the guy, 4 red stars, but he's only 57 overall, so yeah, we can trade him. I'm not sure if that's better or worse than the third round pick that we just had in there. This might be our last try, boys. It actually might be, just because... Can we take out Briere without this? No, we can't even take out Briere. Salary, was there anybody else we could throw in here that has salary with trade value? Or no trade value? This guy. And this guy maybe? Will that make it work? Still not. So we have to throw in Briere, which I don't like because that is a bit of trade value. And Hannon doesn't work? It doesn't. Only Briere works. Alright, let's try it. Grabner, Lee, Halak, Keeley, and a third for Mrazek, Yurko, Kindle, and Briere. Will it go through? No. Oh my god. Alright. I don't want to say no to this deal. I don't want I don't want to back down from this deal. I want this deal to happen. I really do. Man. That other deal, that couldn't work because of the cap. Yeah, you know what? Let's try one more time looking through the teams. I don't think there's anybody. I really don't. Oh man. Dubois, I really don't want to trade for a flat out prospect. I want to get a good goal. Actually, Zachary Fucali. What's his potential? Only 4-star? I thought he would be 4.5-star with that trade value. That overall, it's not. Rene and Corey Schneider. That wouldn't be an impossible trade. They have the cap. All right, let's try this. I didn't try this before. Oops. All right. So that wouldn't go through because they have too many players, I'm assuming. I think those two players would add up to Schneider. What forwards do the Devils have that I would take? Or skaters in general. Actually, no, I would go for forwards. Zajac Henry Camilleri would be a great replacement for Grabner, but his trade value might be a little bit too high there. Where's Jaromir Jagr? Did he retire? I don't remember. Oh, I just saw somebody. Reed, where is he? Reed Boucher. I saw him. Reed Boucher. We had him last year. He got so good. 3.5 stars. Oh, his picture looks a lot different, that's for sure. Look at that shooting category. It's already amazing. Alright, Reed Boucher. Decent trade value. Alright. Again, they don't want to give up Schneider, and they don't want Halak, so that definitely hurts us. Let's try throwing a pick here. They want the 3rd-round picks. Alright, I'll do it, boys. I'll do it. Alright, so Michael Grabner, Yaroslav Halak, and 2/3 for Corey Schneider and Reed Boucher. Will it go through? No. Okay. We can add to this. We can add a pick to this. They don't want that. They want another 3rd. We added a 3rd. Will this go through? No. Okay. Let's take out the 3rd. Let's try to add a player that they might want. Okay. Wait. They can't accept another player, can they? We'll find a way. We'll find a way to make this go through. We will. Jerry Simmons, no. Pellick. They want Pellick. Let's find a low overall player. They want to give up Michael Ryder. That would go through. Alright, Grabner, Halak, 2/3, and Pellick for Michael Ryder, Reed Boucher, and Corey Schneider. Will it go through? No. Okay. Man, I really want this to go through. I really do. 3rd. I don't want to make it a 2nd. I know we can just trade away. Boys, I'm thinking about something right now. I'm really thinking. I'm thinking we should just go for it. Look at how much trade value that 1st-round pick is. To me, that looks like a juicy player right there. Let's put that on the trade block. Let's take off the 3rd. Let's take off Grabner. Let's take off Pellick. Alright, now, I'm not going to go for Schneider if I'm putting this much on the table. I'm going for another goalie, and it's not going to be Lundqvist, don't worry. I'm just going with the goalies. Or should I go for Lundqvist? I mean, 6... Should I go for Henrik Lundqvist? No, I'm not going to do that. I would go... If I'm trading this much away, I'm going to go for a young stud. That's for sure. That's the opposite of Fleury. Ben Bishop. But no, if I'm trading this much away, like I said, I want a young superstar. Like John Gibson. John Gibson, 4.5 stars, only 22 years old. This is the goalie I'm looking for, boys. So John Gibson and the 1st-round pick almost match each other. Then you throw in Halak. Is there anybody that they're willing to give up that's got, little trade value? Martin St. Louis. Oh, boys. This just got interesting. Alright. Marty St. Louis. Look at how low that trade value is. Look at how low that trade value is. He's 40 years old. 4-star potential. He's still got great offensive stats, senses. Oh, boy. Oh, could you imagine if this worked? Alright, so the first and Gibson almost completely match up. Halak and St. Louis. Halak has St. Louis covered. If this doesn't work, I'm going to throw in a couple more picks. I'm talking like third-round picks. Yaroslav Halak and this year's first for John Gibson and Martin St. Louis. Will it go through? No, but it's going to go through. I'm making this go through. This is a juicy deal. I added a third. You know what? I'm going all out. I'm adding 2/3. I don't care. Halak, a first and 2/3 for Gibson and St. Louis will go through. I don't care. I'm going for it, boys. I'm going for it. I want this deal so badly now. Alright, that's the last straw. I'm trading away this pick right here. You might say this is a lot, and it is. But we're getting a superstar goalie and a player who could possibly help us win the Stanley Cup this year, Marty St. Louis. Halak and a bundle of picks here. A first, 2/3, and a second for Gibson and St. Louis. You could say it's overextending, and I think it is. But it's for a great cause. Will it go through? I still don't want it. Oh my god. If I'm giving up a first and a third for this year, I definitely don't want to give up a second too. I can give up the second from next year. If we're doing that, then I'll save this second, the 2021 second. Will this go through? No, okay, then I'll throw that pick in. I know each deal that goes wrong, the reputation's getting worse and worse, but I don't care. Oh my god, this is impossible, man. How much salary do they have? 10 mil. See, I would love to make this deal without trading away Michael Grabner. I know this video is going extremely long, but this is a franchise-changing deal right here. This is unbelievable. First-round pick, third, second. I want to keep those picks in there. And the third, they want that pick, so I don't want to get rid of that one. Get rid of this pick. Skaters matching the block. Cizikas, Gordon, Nelson, Lee, Hickey, right here, Donovan, Armstrong. I can give Colby Armstrong. They can take him. That was a waste of a thing there. I don't know how to make this deal. How to make this deal work. They don't want Grabner, so I feel like that's making it worse, if anything. Alright, so if I'm giving up Grabner there, that's another big chunk. I think I can get another player back. I've already seen a player that I think would do well. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. No, he's only 34 or 83 overall. I was gonna go. Actually, he's got a good shooting category. What brings him down? It's really his physical that brings him down, but actually Danny Heatley's not a bad player. Not the greatest defensive stats, obviously, but... Danny the All-Star Heatley? Maybe. I honestly don't think I can get any of those guys. Shea Theodore's not a bad defenseman to go after. They want to give him up. Offensive defenseman, yeah. You know, let's try to throw the All-Star in here as well. Actually, wait. No. How does that match up? Yeah, you know what? Let's just leave it at this. Yaroslav Halak, a first, a second, and a third, and Michael Grabner for John Gibson, Marty St. Louis, and Shea Theodore. Will it go through? Holy crap, man. This is impossible. Alright. Which one of these is the least? It's this third, actually. I'm gonna hate myself for this. Alright, let's throw in another second. Oh my god. It's not working. Alright, I guess take Theodore. I really wanted to keep Shea Theodore in there, but I guess we'll have to take him out. And we're just going to have to settle for an all-star. Danny Heatley. Will this go through? Yes! I am happy to accept this proposal on behalf of the Anaheim Ducks, and we consider it a done deal. So the Anaheim Ducks trade a first and 2 second-round picks. Or a first, 2 second-round picks, Yaroslav Halak and Michael Grabner to the Anaheim Ducks for John Gibson, Marty St. Louis, and Danny Heatley. That is probably the biggest trade I've seen in a long time from anything. Oh my god, we just picked up Marty St. Louis, boys. He's listed as a first liner. We just added another top 6 beast forward. Oh my god, we now have how many? 4. We have 4 forwards that are listed as first liners. 2 second liners, 3 second liners actually. We also added Danny Heatley, so some depth goal scoring. He's actually got a great shooting category, better shooting category than Grabner. Alright, Matt Martin, you can get sent down. Oh my god. That's so huge. And John Gibson, an elite goalie. So, that just shows, I mean, Yaroslav Halak wasn't getting it done. So what did I do? I went out, I got an elite 22-year-old goalie in John Gibson. That's what I do, boys. Alright, so let's move Marty St. Louis right up to the first line with Jordan Eberle and John Tavares. Second line, Kyle Poso, Franz Nielsen, and Wayne Simmons. Third line, Danny Heatley gets some goal scoring on that line. Ryan Strome and Joel Ward. No, I don't want Joel Ward on that line anymore. I'll put Brock Nelson there instead, and actually I'll put Nelson... No, I'll keep Nelson there. Actually, Strome, he had the worst face-offs, right? Yeah, he did. Alright, so we'll actually put Nelson in the middle, Strome on the right. And then Gordon, Ward, and not Clutterbuck. We'll put Cizikas in there instead of Clutterbuck. There you go, Cizikas. Oh, man, this team looks sick. Right, defensively, it's the same, pretty much. I'll flip those. Flip that. No. Go down. There we go. Hickey, Dahan. Dahan there. And then scratch Thomas Hickey and put in Robin Regeer. Power play. St. Louis, Eberle, Tavares. Instead of Simmons, we'll put in Heatley. With Oposo and Nielsen. Man power play. Penalty kill. 3-man penalty kill. Reinhardt and Regeer. Extra attacker. That looks fine. Goalie John Gibson. And there's the shootout lines. Did I do good, boys? Did I do good? I think I did. This video is extremely long, but hey, when you make a move like that, it takes a pretty long time. I think it takes a normal GM a little bit longer than 40 minutes. But yeah, what a deal that was. Whew. Alright, and now let's play the New York Rangers with our brand new lineup. It looks like they're top of the league as well. Can I see it from here? Team standings, yeah, the Rangers are first in the Metropolitan Division by 9 points. That's pretty crazy. Actually, they're second in the NHL right now. So the Rangers are looking good. By the way, boys, I did not edit any of the overalls. The overalls that the players are the exact same overalls that they were the release of the game. So, you know, don't accuse me of editing the Ranger players at all to make them amazing. That's just how good they are in simulation. But, yeah, let's simulate this game. Let's see if we can beat the Rangers with our new and much improved team. At least I think it's improved. First period. There it is. Oliver Ekman-Larsson scores the first goal. Swede on Swede right there. Alright, second period. Oh! Oh my god. Okay, so they come back with 3 goals. Girardi, McDonough, and Kreider. Third period, come on. Danny Heatley. Marty St. Louis against his former team. Somebody. Please. John Gibson score a goal. No. Okay. Dominic Moore got the empty netter. Okay. We lost 4-1 in our first game with the new players, but hey. Actually, no. since we made the deal on that day, let's say that those players did not play until the next day, so that game, they did not play in that game. So that's why we lost. It's because we didn't have our new players yet. So that's why. Yeah, see, there's no proof that they were actually in that game. There's no proof, but they're definitely playing against the Lightning, so yeah, now we'll see how our new players perform. And hey, we lost against the best team in the NHL, so, you can't blame our team here. Alright, so now we got the new guys in the lineup. Now let's see how they do. Alright, first period. There we go. Kyle Poso and John Tavares. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, second period. There it is. Jordan Eberle. Alright, so none of the new guys have scored. But, actually, you probably saw, and the thing it probably said they scored on John Gibson, but whatever. Gibson was the only one that showed up. But, yeah, so 3-1 against the Lightning. I really want to see Heatley or St. Louis or somebody score. Alright, 10 minutes left. Anybody going to get one more? Quick sim? No. Alright, so we won 3-1. That's where we're going to end the video off, boys. I'm sorry it was so long, but I had to get a couple months simulation done. I had to make that trade. I think we definitely improved. We added a young, elite goaltender in John Gibson, a veteran future Hall of Famer in Marty St. Louis, who's definitely going to help us in the playoffs, and then a former, or I guess you could call him an all-star, Danny Heatley, with for some third-line goal scoring. And we gave up Yaroslav Halak, who was not playing very well at all for us this season. He didn't have the greatest year last year either, but we gave him another chance this year, and he just did not show up, so we dealt him away. We dealt it away Michael Grabner, who did have a good year last year, kind of shaky this year. But more than anything, Grabner was just a piece in the deal to make it go through. We could definitely go without Michael Grabner. And even if St. Louis and Heatley both retire after this season, we can always go out in free agency and sign another player. So if you guys agree or disagree with the move that I just made, we did trade away some good quality draft picks, but I really hope St. Louis, Gibson, and Heatley help us get to the playoffs and deep into the playoffs this year. So if you guys did agree or disagree, please leave in the comments. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. I will see you guys in the next episode.